The creator and the creation, more or less. Maybe we come back to life. We let all of that shit go and the great emptiness to go with it too, man. You know, that's what kept us out of the flow, was that emptiness, don't you know? And you tried 1,000 different ways to fulfill it. You got lost in religion, in science, and, you know, architecture, whatever, man. Money mostly, you know, because that seems to be the thing that motivates most people. And it's the most insensitive and cruel element in this whole reality. It represents the full presence of artificial intelligence, which is a meaningless thought that has, you know, activity to go with it, but it has no morality. It's strictly amoral. It has no conscious presence. There's no feeling in it. It just wants to make more of itself, whatever itself is, and it don't even know what that is. Cold-hearted and bloodthirsty as all get out, because it finds out the colder it gets, the better it likes it. But also, the more it craves more of it, because it can never get enough. It's empty, man, and it can't be filled. That's the grand illusion a lot of folks have chosen to live in here, amongst whom is Donald Trump, our grand leader of, and this is my opinion, our grand leader of, you know, America. I won't, well, anyway, whatever the hell we used to be, and we ain't trying to be anymore, man. I'm telling you. I'm so disgusted with my own country here, man. Yet, you know, I look around me here and I see nothing but good people. Well, sometimes we make mistakes and errors along the way. Hell, we're human beings, man. Mistakes and errors are how we learn and grow. I mean, shit, don't you know? So just take the error in the White House and let's correct the son of a gun, okay? Babies, you know, turn out in your heart first and foremost. You got to do that. There's more power than that than there is in all the atomic weaponry, all the secret technologies, everything. There's more power in your heart presence, in yourself, than in anything else in this reality, except a whole bunch of other selves who are right along with you. See, this is how we can defeat this thing rather handily without getting into a war with it. No, you didn't hear me now, did you? You were missing it. You were off gabbling with your friend. Now pay attention. This is how we defeat it without getting in a war with it. You open your heart. You get in some meditative states, what I call communicative states. You give yourself some time away from everything. And you get out in nature if you can, but especially away from everything. Give yourself some quiet time. Get to a place where you ain't going to get bothered. And give yourself the time to feel. Just close your eyes and feel. Don't ask for anything. Don't push it. You know, I'm not prescribing anything. Just get there, give yourself some time to feel. And baby, you're going to find what's real. I tell you, if you just make one little bit of effort in that way, especially out in nature, she won't let you down. You know, and you're going to see a lot of strange, wonderful things happening. You're not going to understand a lot of it, but it's going to come unraveling. And as you go through your life thereafter, you're going to see synchronicity in your life like you've never seen before. See, when you give yourself that kind of time, you take that moment and you go sit on a mountainside somewhere, if you can do so comfortably. Out here right now, it's the middle of the winter. Unless you're wrapped up like a polar bear, you better not be sitting on no mountain. You're going to freeze to death. So use some practicality about it. Me, if I wanted to do that, I'd have to drive down to New Mexico where there ain't no snow on the ground, you know. Go sit on one of their mountains for a little bit. But whatever, you know what I mean? Even if you have to go hide in the closet, man, or lock the door in the bathroom, whatever, man, you know, get yourself to that place, you know, and give yourself the time and space and energy. Before you go out and protest or overreact or do anything else, do that. And you'll start to remember that dream you've got inside. I'm telling you, because of the energy of the earth and the atmosphere around you is totally and positively charged with the energy of awakening love. There's enough people now in that awakening state that everyone is affected by it. And we've drawn to us, some Jupiterian energies, just all kinds of awakening vibes that are coming to us from all the tribes in the universe. Our lovers who created us, who we created to be us, so we could be them, and so forth. We're the children of the universe, the children of the stars, the veritable creators. Why do you think we crave so greatly to be the all-powerful God? Because we are, for heck's sakes, and we forgot it. And it drives us berserko, and that's what drives us into the wickedness, that one-sided mind that can just wants what it wants and screw everything and everybody else and will kill to gain and grow. I mean, it's crazy, I know, and cold-hearted as all get up, but that's where it comes from. That desire to return to that state, see? So it gets all warped. We got it back to front. But that's the nature of this reality, because it is essentially an illusion. Back to front kind of an illusion. But the whole idea, though, is once you've had enough of it, you will awaken and you will no longer live it back to front. You will realize that you have been, and that all of your ancestors before you, and every last one of them tried to get out of it in their own way, and nobody could. Till you came to this day, this moment, this time right now. So you are your ancestors. You're all the blood of the generations and all the nations and tribes. All of them. And you can feel that. And you can be that. Because that's the true nature of your heart. That's the true nature of your existence, our existence. We're all in this together. Whether you're Donald Trump or, the man on the moon or Brother Putin or, whoever you happen to be, maybe you're the garbage man. I love the garbage man. They're all powerful too, man. If the garbage man don't come, you see, realize your empowerment then, people, and use it creatively to derail and resist anything that goes against the grand dream of life. Now, you don't fight, but you can sure screw with it. You know what I mean? You can poke it and prod it a little bit and make sure it doesn't get misdirected. Make sure it's looking in the right direction. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? This is guerrilla-type resistance, but it's creative. It's not destructive. It's not a war. It's peace in motion. It's power of the heart in motion. You tease these mother truckers. Play with them like the coyote does. Show your face over here and your ass over there, and let them try and find you, man. Put them on the trail. They'll come sniffing down. They come looking for you, man, and they find what you want them to find because you planted it there on the trail. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? And little by little, you train them into coming around. You bring them back into their heart, back into that full presence of creation so we can't be, competitive or resistant to one another any longer, or to think of ourselves as more or less than anything. All this creation around us held in an equitous dream. The baby dream, man. Now you look at the innocent child and you see the glow of creation. The creator and creation. In that newborn child. Shining bright like a blossom of love. Totally innocent. And what do you think that little baby wants more than anything else? To live in his divine paradise, to let its fleshly little body grow to be the great presence of love, the exuberance of which transforms the whole cotton-picking earth, and all to go with her, too, the universe around her, too. But innocently given, so pure that it doesn't even know it has that desire. But that's the dream every one of us are born in, and living in before they pollute us out of it. And right away, too. Little babies get clobbered here, man. Your emotions go to hell. You don't stand a chance. Yet you do. Because you held that dream. You held it all the way through. I don't care if you are Commander Mad Dog. You've done it. You've got it in you, too. I don't care how many millions you have annihilated. You got to realize the larger level of this reality. There is a sacrificial nature to this life. There is a perfect order to it, too. And all this warfare, murder, and mayhem you've been committing in the fore and the backgrounds, man, has been willingly volunteered into. You have no victims then. You have brothers and sisters who are willing to die for a greater cause, the cause of the great heart in you, so that you can get over it too and get on with living like a human being instead of an asshole. Okay? It's really as simple as that. Right here at the headwaters of life. The mother truckers of love coming back to life. Here at Spring Creek, from the Rocky Mountain High, flowing through this guy, grandfather of love, Grandpa Coyote, I should say, who is a grandfather of love in every moment that he lives. no matter what he think, do, or say. How about you? Is that you too? Grandmother, okay. All the same, isn't it? Live the dream, because it's not a dream, baby. That's our reality. Give yourself the time to realize then that which we call divine. And this whole life will unwind and paradise arrive in a multi-dimensional sort of way. It's up to you, baby. Oh, we're all in it together. And we will see you through. Because that's what we're here to do. And that's what we've been doing too, whether you see it or not. Coyote medicine through and through. Here at Spring Creek at the Rocky Mountain High in Colorado, the original waters of love flowing right in and out of your heart, babies, into this loving creation around you. Oh, sorry, Trump.